Hey guys, it's 21 Maxwell here, and welcome to the last TW pay-per-view of the year in the game in 2019. We are at WWE TLC. Now, we'll just cut to the chase quite quickly. It's TLC. We're not going to do a lot of TLC matches. We're not with WWE. We don't do, a tables match, a ladders match, a chairs match. One TLC match. We've got it for the tag team champions chips today. We'll try and get a good rating there. The rest of the matches are basically going to be, as I say, ending a couple of feuds. Really, so I can get that 4 or 5 week build going into the Royal Rumble to really get a good card going towards that. And yeah, just building a few feuds for that. Maybe even now announcing a Rumble competitor as well. So we'll kick straight into the show, guys. This is based in the UK and Ireland again, Lansdowne Road. So we're just trying to capitalise on the hype pop we've got in that kind of area. As always, storylines, etc. we'll kick on to in the show. So here we go. It's the last pay-per-view of the year. It is SmackDown's WWE TLC 2019 on the WWE Network. So we start off in front of 46,060 fans with the champion as Dean Ambrose. And Dean Ambrose is laughing. He's got his tail in his hand and he's just really saying Roman Reigns wanted his opportunity. He's not getting it tonight. I've got the night off. A pay-per-view where the champion isn't defending it, his belt. He's going to sit at ringside. He's going to watch this triple threat match between Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins and Jinder Mahal, and the winner of that match gets their opportunity at the Rumble. So he's taking the rest of the year off. This doesn't interest Dean Ambrose. As I say, he's just going to chill and continue to be the man. He's a great run recently since turning heel, and it's an A93 for Dean Ambrose. Storyline progresses with this. The show got off to a strong start. The crowd was hotter. And yeah, just good show, happy with that. Good start to it, let's see how we do. Next up, our opening contest. It was a superb wrestling match with great heat, and The Miz defeated Shane Strickland in 15:41 by pinfall via the skull-crushing finale. B plus 85, an 82 for Shane Strickland and 87 for The Miz. The match get the crowd hotter. Thankfully, since it's the end of this feud, we're going to give a little push going forward to The Miz, so he ends the feud with a victory. Does its job. He was fed up of getting the cheeky wins for Strickland, and it's Miz's time now to kind of push on going into Mania season. And he cuts that promo after, but basically just explaining that segment deserved better announcing, but overall an A90, good stuff from The Miz. We then had the Trios Championships on the line, and it was about that had some good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, and it was the Usos and Tonga Uso who defeated Big E and the New Day in 13:46 when Tonga Uso defeated Kofi Kingston with the Tongan twist. They are the new Trios champions, so a B81, good rating there. Big E head and shoulders above everyone else. Xavier the weak link. Although with these kind of floating between the same kind of ratings, Big E and 88, we just really need to give him that solo push that doesn't seem to be happening. He deserves it, but I just never had anything for him because we had so much of a stacked main event. Maybe that push could come in the future. Xavier with 65, because really he's been the guy that's been jobbing out. But this is a continued gang warfare, and yeah, just hopefully getting better and better ratings, and maybe get some more gangs in this kind of division. Next up, we had an extremely short match, giving Nikki Cross a bit of time on pay-per-view. She defeated Toni Storm in 5:28 with the Perfect Storm, a C63, a good win for Nikki. It's just really a case of her storytelling match, but building her up on pay-per-view. A lot more to come from her, especially in 2020. Next up was a decent match-up, and it saw Fergal Devitt defeat Jushin Thunder Liger in 7:52 with a flying double stomp. This is a B-76. Fergal's getting better his gimmick. Liger was visibly tired because he is obviously a good bit aged now. Of course, remember, because of the bad publicity of the Finn Balor name, that's why Fergal's come back as Fergal Devitt. He doesn't want to be associated as Finn Balor, and he's going to take what should have been his, the championship. So a good 87 rating there, and we're just building him up, we're giving him matches because he was rusty, and I don't want to chuck him into a huge program straight off the bat. So Fergal Devitt there. After the match, Liger's in the ring. He's beaten down not just by Fergal Devitt, but also by his bodyguard. Now, we could have went with real life and went with Bad Luck Fale, but in this, I just thought, you know what, he's cheap, let's bring in Brodus Clay, but we'll just call him Brodus. So he's kind of going with that gimmick he should have before they get to Mark Henry. Hall of Pain, he's the dominant monster. He's not just mucking about like he did with Alberto Del Rio. This is a serious bro, this. And yeah, him and Fergal beat down Jushin Thunder Liger. Next up, AJ Styles is in the ring. Him and Christopher Daniels have decided to go their separate ways just to give separate runs going for championships, and they just really want to try to single competitors. Basically, the real reason is AJ Styles' declining physical ability is really hampering his stats, so I do want to try and give him one last run, whether it be with the US title or whether it be with the WWE Championship, yet to decide, but we're going to give Styles a strong push going forward, so that's a B plus 88. And his match tonight was against Tyson Kidd. So it was like an open challenge he put out for anyone that came out. I just felt with Tyson Kidd, he's someone we've not used a lot because he has been in developmental as a trainer. And I thought, you know what, a one-off try. Let's see how he does on pay-per-view if he gets a decent rating. If it's maybe worth bringing him up to put people over, get good matches and help improve skills that way. A decent match saw AJ defeat Tyson in 10:39 with the Super Styles Clash. B minus 74, AJ with 75 to Kidd's 52. Again, it is the declining physical ability that's hampering them. And you think as well, that's a 10-minute match. An average 10-minute match, AJ penalised for stamina. So the age is really taking effect on AJ Styles and it's gutting. So I might try and push him to one last title run, and then when his contract expires, you let him go. Next up, we've announced that Chris Jericho, our GM for SmackDown Live, you probably didn't know that because he's not really been featured on the pay-per-views, but he's announced that Randy Orton is going to be in the Royal Rumble match. So a B minus 73 for that announcement. And Randy's in action next, as it was a superb wrestling match with great heat that saw Kenny Omega defeat Randy Orton in 17-16 with Croy's Wrath. It's another push to try and get Kenny to the main event. A B81, Kenny with a 77, Orton with an 89. And I just feel like these two have been going at it. Orton's just been getting RKO out of nowhere on Kenny, and we just want that one feud just to kind of get Kenny connected with the audience in this save, get him over, and then we can push him, hopefully, to the main event. But of course, this mod was before his big run in New Japan, where he really has shown he is one of the, if not the, best wrestlers in the world. Next up, we had our Women's Championship match. It was about, had great wrestling, and a decent reaction from the crowd, and it was the champion Kellyanne English who defeated Charlotte, Sasha Banks and Mia Yim in 17:31 when Kellyanne English defeated Sasha Banks by pinfall with the roaring bicep. Kellyanne English makes the first defence of our Women's Championship, so just giving everyone the match-up here. Mia Yim, of course, former champion, getting a shot again. Sasha, because she's up and about there, and Charlotte's because she's been on a good run of overness. Probably try and bring some more ladies into the division at this level, to give Kellyanne some fresh challenges, but a B81's good. Charlotte with an 87 performance, 78 for Kellyanne. Some good performances there, considering Sasha's injury, so happy with that. And yeah, just the lack of hot associated storylines, so maybe if that is a high or storyline, that could have been even better and showing a good improvement that we've had in recent shows with our women's division. Or divisions, I should say. This one flopped and I'm quite disappointed. I'm going to assume it's because it was the TLC match. It was a match that had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, and DIY defeated the Masters of Wrestling, Cesaro and Chris Hero, in the TLC match in 1938 when Gargano retrieved the championships. DIY make the third defence of the WWE Tag Team Championships, so since their jump from 205 Live after winning the Tag Team Invitational, they've went from strength to strength, and a good win there. B-73, poor performances I think they're from Ciampa, and I guarantee we're going to get a couple of notes here saying this type of match doesn't suit them. The match was penalised for not meeting the crowd's expectations, so that'll take a big bump on it. And yep, Hero not happy, Cesaro, Ciampa, and Gargano was happy with it. But at the end of the day, that's how you get a poor rating, 73. But it's TLC, you don't want to have a gimmick match, so we'll just make it a gimmick match. Might be the end of the pay-per-view in this save. We'll see. Next up, Sami Zayn hypes up the matchup with Drew McIntyre. He of course gets to challenge Drew for the championship. This is an A91. IC storyline has gained a bit of heat here. I think this is a ladder match actually. It's the only one I've gimmicked apart from the TLC match. Just thought, these two had a pretty intense feud here. Drew's was on a roll, pretty much proclaiming it to be the chosen one, but saying that it's kind of like a cross between being the chosen one, but showing he's a man in the mission as well. It's like he's going to show that nobody's going to get in his way, and he is going to be the chosen one again, winning as many championships and taking the WWE new heights alongside him. Sami Zayn just says, well, You know what I mean? He's an underdog still in this. He always has been an underdog. I feel he plays that character very well. And he was basically the suffering cause of Drew McIntyre, so he's going to try and take back the IC title here. Matchup, I'm quite happy with that, considering that as a gimmick match. Exceptional matchup, saw Drew defeat Sammy in a ladder match in 2016 when Drew retrieved the item, making the first defence of the Intercontinental Championship. So Drew's going to be champion going into the new year. A B plus 85, 87, 88 performances respectively. Storyline gained a bit of heat. I'll probably split these two up, but give us more depth to the IC division. Yeah, overall pretty good, considering that was a stipulation match. Drew celebrates after the match, a B plus 85, so well done to Drew McIntyre, continuing on as champion. Next up, we've got a promo, and this is us going into our main event already, would you believe? Seth Rollins basically saying, it doesn't matter if it's Roman Reigns, it doesn't matter if it's Jinder Mahal, Seth Rollins is going to be the new #1 contender. He's going to take that away from Dean Ambrose, and he is going to be the man going forward that is going to carry this company into the next decade. So a good A-star 95 promo from Seth Rollins. Dean Ambrose only gets a 76 for going down to commentary. That's quite poor from Dean. The matchup itself, these guys nailed it in the main event. An exceptional matchup that saw Seth defeat Roman Reigns and Jinder Mahal in 22:41 when Seth Rollins defeated Roman Reigns by pinfall with a Phoenix Splash, because during the matchup we had big banter. Baron Corbin, who has not been on the show for ages but a former champion of course as well, ran in and attacked Roman Reigns. So Roman screwed again by Baron Corbin. Seth Rollins will go on to face Dean Ambrose at the Rumble for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship and an A-star 96. Big Jinder with those 5-star matches, fantastic. Maybe that bit 4 3/4. 3 performances all over the 90s. Roman win 97, so fantastic guys. Jinder improving technical. Your negatives here, the inconsistencies of Roman Reigns and Seth, because Jinder ain't doing no inconsistency. So great performance from all 3 guys. Stellar main event. And an A93 is just basically Dean and Seth stare down. Dean holds up the championship. And that is one of our main event matches at the Royal Rumble next month. So a little bit of booking in front. I've never really done that a lot in this series because I said it's going to take it month by month. But yeah, quite happy with that. And overall show ratings in A92, increasing their pop in 32 regions. Of course, that maybe would have been a little bit higher if it wasn't for the, I wouldn't say the Dean Ambrose colour commentary segment as much. Maybe if Sammy and Drew maybe boosted up to 87, 88, we might have saw that to 93. Overall, strong pay-per-view. It shows we've got a strong main event scene. We've got a lot of guys that are on their way, a lot of ladies that are on their way, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with how things are going on the SmackDown side of things. So Roman Reigns, Jinder Mahal, and Seth Rollins, well done guys, perfect. As I say, we'll continue to do the pay-per-view theme, as in like the video every month, every week, sorry, for every pay-per-view. We'll try and bring in some specials before WrestleMania. And at this moment in time, the plan is the month get into WrestleMania, we are going to try and do what we've done with the T&A series and try and write out the angles just to add a little bit. Of course, with this being December as well, we'll have one little week, maybe even a midweek video where we just go for the top 500 and also the winners of the various awards of the year. So let's just check here, anything that affects us directly. Not really. Fantastic reviews, that's good to see. And a new 7-year contract, because I'm always going to use Corey Graves, so he's in there. We're looking at Bobby Roode, that's not going to happen. It was contract expired with AAA. I was going to say, can we bring Bobby Roode in for a year, give him that main event push? But the contract being offered by other companies would have took him up to like 46 and 47-year-old, and I just wasn't willing to pay that amount of money for somebody that could basically get declining physical ability. Pentagon Jr. I still move his push, and yeah, so a 39.35 rating on the networks, that's good to see, and that was a good 7,000 on drug testing. So the other person I think was Joe Coffey, just giving him a new deal. The Coffey brothers will get a good push going forward. So a quick wee look here, so Pentagon Jr., he just wants to become a mid-carder on 205 Live. We're going to say we're letting a lot of people go. Wade Barrett's gone, Ika Ando's gone. If we just quick look, is it this I go to? Is a log. No, that just tells me who's signed the contract, so you can see there, nobody really. Bringing back Brie and Nikki are back for an angle. More on that down the line. Is that I go to? One is it tells you who everybody's contracts are, is that one? There we go. So Yamato's leaving, Junior Fujita's leaving, Carlito, Primo, Snare, Nino Dabano's leaving, our Truth's going to go, Asuka's probably going to stay, Alex Shelley I'm on the fence with, probably going to let Dustin get back to NXT, so he'll probably lose the tag belt soon. Marufuji will go, Ashley Lane will probably go because she's under maternity leave and just feel like I'd rather just let her go elsewhere with her career. Homicide will leave, maybe even let Renee Young go because we don't really use her. A lot of people there that's contracts could be, as I say, going to the roster. I know we're obviously a lot of people unhappy. We've got an overstacked roster, far bigger than we should have, but like 429 million in the bank. You know what I mean? We're making good money every month, so there's no need to we can use as many people as possible. It does not matter. We'll not be going into administration anytime soon. And as I say, size-wise, Puerto Rico and this tri-state are 71, so if we keep that up, that'll be a 72, and we'll be up to international, which means our profits, etc., will arise with sponsorship and the like as well. But yeah, things are going well, guys. As I say, we'll try and do a top 500 video, maybe a short one for that and a short one for the rewards. We'll look at a few things as we head into the next decade. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. It's deeply appreciated. As I say, your support as always means a lot. Any likes, subscriptions and comments are always appreciated as well. As I say, I'll try and get back to as many as possible. As I say, in terms of obviously advice in terms of where skins are, mods are, etc., I always do recommend the Grey Dog Software forums. A lot of great stuff there, even a lot of good written diaries on there as well, and a lot of good information. So if there's maybe like a wee bit you're not too sure how the game works or what can help you as a booker, check out some of the threads on there. Like, that's when I first get into the game, and even now, I don't post in the forums a lot, admittedly, but a lot of time when I'm just lying in my bed before I go to sleep, I will sit in the forums and just read through stuff just to try and give myself a better understanding. Because for some reason, I don't know about anyone else, but a lot of my booking stuff happens late at night, so I have to, like, just before I sleep, note all this down in a notepad so I know my feuds going forward. And again, for more YouTube content as well, check out a lot of guys on the Fantasy Bookers subreddit. It's mostly people putting up their YouTube videos there, but there's a lot of good comedy stuff there and a lot of good written stuff as well. A lot of good guys there with a lot of good stuff. Please check out their content because we have a good community here, a good community vibe. And as I say, if we can keep supporting each other, it's a small community we've got because it's a small game. But as I say, we all love wrestling in the main part. Some people love WWE, some people love New Japan, some people absolutely hate WWE. The main thing is we all support the same thing, which is the wrestlers. So cheers for watching, guys. Much appreciated. And as I say, I'll see you hopefully next time for the top 500 stars 2019. Take it easy. Bye bye.